And today we've got the founder and chairperson of Zola Property Stokvel, Kabelo Shabalala.
Resilience. Being solitude and
Yes.
just knowing that what you knew it is. There's been a lot of conflict. There's been a lot of people not believing that this is exactly what you say you are doing.
The first skill is how to be able to sell. It's the single most important ability that one needs to be able to acquire as an entrepreneur. And when you get to that level, like the sky is not even the limit. But then the second one, which most of us really struggle with and we never also get to, is how to raise money.
Sure.
How to raise capital.
Hi there, welcome to Monetize Your Business podcast conversations in partnership with FNB. This is the best place to come to for all of your entrepreneurial knowledge, insights, advice, and even being inspired by other people's entrepreneurial journey. Welcome to the month of August. It's Women's Month, and we are starting off strong with a powerful woman that we are going to be speaking to. But you know how we do over here. Before we get into these entrepreneurial conversations, I am not flying this plane on my own. I've got my trusted co-pilot with me, Papa Biz. Hi.
Morning, it's good to be back. I'm looking forward to this conversation.
Me too. Are you going to wish me a happy Women's Month?
Happy Women's Month to the both of you, please. Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So before we get into our conversation for today, any nuggets, any aha moments, things that have been happening within the entrepreneurial world that's coming up for you?
I was watching this podcast with this entrepreneur, and he's a restaurant owner in the New York space, and he spoke about how he managed to really corner a market there, and he spoke about the system that they have at their restaurant, such that when a new person comes in, people will just ask, "This is your first time here?" And once it's confirmed that it's the first time, they go and eat. Nobody's concerned with anything, but a red napkin is put on their table. Now, the guests wouldn't be as aware of what's happening here, but that red napkin sends a message to everybody in terms of this is their first time here. And they get treated in a certain way. And at the end, the manager comes through, let them know how was the experience and so on. And then they actually get a card which gives them access to free ribs at their next visit.
Yeah.
So when they come on the second visit, a yellow napkin gets put there. And then everybody knows this is their second time. And then at the end of the evening, the manager will come again and they'll offer, like, let's say, half price off their chicken to come. So after the third time, because it's all different color coded napkins, by the fourth time, then they give access to a free dessert. So the customer's unaware all of this is actually happening. And the restaurateur communicated that, you see, that's his investment in marketing.
Yes.
Because somebody comes in, and if you can get somebody to come in 4 times, he's got that customer for life.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
They've tried all different things on the menu, and they don't even realize what's going on. And as an entrepreneur within me, I realize that's such a brilliant system.
Yes.
Because often when we're on stage, people are asking us about what they should do to scale and to move forward and to get in more money. And when we talk about systems, sometimes people, they think about it's the accounting software they're going to use, or it's the cameras, or, a system is a documented process.
Yes.
That you can put in place so that your people know what is the standard.
Yes. Yes.
And what is the standard in order to lift up the experience of the customer.
Yes.
So that more money can actually be able to come in.
I love that. So a system is also a red napkin.
A system is also a red napkin. Because everybody knew, okay, once they see there, okay, this is the first time customer, this is what we're supposed to do.
Yes.
And when they see the yellow napkin, this is the second time visit, this is what we're supposed to do.
I love that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, that's so brilliant. That's so insightful. And it also goes to show how they're so intentional about making sure that the customer actually comes back to the establishment again. Wow, thank you so much for sharing that, because we do get that question a lot about systems and processes and retention of entrepreneurs.
Yeah, in fact, I even share that story with a couple of restaurant owners that we are aware of, because it's not always looking to copy.
Yeah.
It's looking to take from a successful business and seeing okay, what can I apply in my business
Yes,
that
how do
would
I
actually make
apply it
sense?
in mine? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm also looking forward to the conversation that we're going to be having today. We're going to be talking about entrepreneurship within the property investing space, the different models that we can use to invest in property, such as Stokvel. And we felt that given that it's Women's Month, and also that, I truly believe that property is a space that every single entrepreneur, regardless of industry, should really look into from an investment perspective. Twala Property Stokvel is a female property stokvel that allows women to be able to participate within the property market. And today we've got the founder and chairperson of Twala Property Stokvel, Kabelo Shabalala. Hi.
Good morning. Good
How are
morning. I'm
you?
awesome. I'm awesome. I'm glad to be here.
I'm
good to
so
have you
happy
back.
to
It's been a
have
while.
you.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, and you are so on brand.
Brand,
I
yes.
had to. I had to. It's all about women. So pink. Pink it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. In fact, let us start there because we are talking about Twala Property Stokvel, which is a stokvel for women,
Yeah.
and it is Women's Month.
Yeah.
Why do you think, Kabelo, that it is important for us to have women-focused initiatives in particular?
Sure. I think that touches my heart. We've seen how women in the country being not having what they need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen women in the country not having the assets, right, to build wealth, to build generational wealth.
Yeah.
So as a woman myself, and having benefited from the corporate world through BEE structures and how women were elevated into managerial positions, I felt that it's time women actually build something substantial.
Yes.
Because we get into career, you climb the corporate ladder, but you're living from paycheck to paycheck, from month to month, right?
Yes.
And I just thought we need to be building something to create trust and business, something to build the
Yes.
future, something to take into the next generation. And I believe when women build,
Yeah.
women build communities, women
do.
build families.
Yes.
When a woman builds, she doesn't just hold something for herself. She's going to make sure she gives it to the next person and the next person and the next person.
Yes.
So that's why I was so determined to go on with this stuff.
It's actually interesting. You reminded me, especially in the property space, in my previous line of work within the credit risk environment in the banking, when we'd look at the profiles of customers in terms of their payment behaviors,
Yeah.
especially for home loans and things like
Yeah.
that, there was always a clear benefit by ensuring that a bond is approved for women if you looked at the payment record. Because men, I mean, I don't know, they get involved in other things and then the payment behavior starts to deteriorate.
Yeah.
And it's interesting the space that you've chosen to go into in terms of the property stokvel and working with women. There's a lot of power there, and I'm not sure many people actually are aware.
Yeah, there's a lot of power. Gombokoto. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, I absolutely love it. All right. And the name Twala, where did that come from?
It's giving birth. As women, we give birth. We always give birth to something. We're always incubating something.
Yes.
And we're giving birth. And that's where the name came from. That we are giving birth to the next generation. We're giving birth to wealth, to trust fund babies, to something that is phenomenal. Because we haven't seen a lot of women really getting into the property space as a group.
Yes.
We've seen a few, but we haven't really seen that, Hetty. And we were like, let's build something, ladies. Let's build something that is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tell me something, why the Stokvel route? I mean, I think we're familiar with the concept of a Stokvel and how collective buying, I mean, gosh, we're just able to do so much more.
Yeah.
Why did you feel the Stokvel route would be the best route for property investing?
So this was interesting because the conversation started with a friend of mine, and we wanted to buy land, I think in Midrand.
Okay.
And I think it was like 500,000 papa. And we're like, okay, fine, let's go do this.
Yeah.
And we're like, 250. They ain't gonna work.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
So we realized the limitation.
Yes.
As an individual to buy a property, and the fact that you always think it's a 5 million house or a 5 million property. There's no way I can do this alone. So that's the power of the Stokvel came through, because we're like, okay, as an individual, I can buy a property for $1.5 million. Right?
Yes.
Okay, and maybe next level I can get another one for about $1 million. But if I have to get one for 100 million, I might not be able to do it alone.
Yes.
So that is where the Stokvel started. And we basically saying, if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go
Yes.
far, go as a
Yes.
group, right? So that's
Yes.
where we thought, let's do a Stokvel, because we can really accelerate and really build billions if we do it together. Yeah.
Now, was it difficult setting up the Stokvel there afterwards? What is that experience like?
She started. She's the one who started at that time. So, Pops, it was the seven of us who started, and we're like, okay, let's start this thing. But it was like, we don't even know how this is gonna go.
Yes.
I remember we were sitting in a meeting, online meeting.
Yeah.
7 people, some in PJs, some in wherever, drinking coffee. I'm like, okay, how are we gonna do this? And we're like, okay, how are we gonna start this? You tell a friend, go tell a few friends, go tell a few friends. And that's how it picked up. Hetty came on board later, helped us with the marketing on Facebook, etc. And someone told someone, and someone told someone.
Yeah.
And we are 100 women.
Just look at that. Good God.
Goodness.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
And word of mouth, really, it's
can
still
tell.
the best way.
Correct,
It goes
correct.
so far.
Correct, yeah.
And what type of investments have you made so far?
So we've purchased our first property in Kempton Park.
Oh, wow.
In 2023.
Lovely.
We bought it cash, guys, like 1.5 million cash.
Yo, what are you saying?
I'm telling
What are
you,
you
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's
you.
no
Well done.
small feat.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we bought the property 2023 cash. It was just a 3-bedroom bedroom house with a cottage at the back. So the intention is to build apartments on the land, because it's quite a big land. And the nice thing is it's surrounded by various flats. So all our neighbors are flats.
Okay.
So the intention is to develop apartments on that land. And so far, as a Stokvel, we've managed to raise 3.5 million.
Wow, geez, look at that.
Today.
That is brilliant.
That's crazy.
Okay, I wouldn't have raised 3.5 million alone.
Yeah,
Even in
that's
5
crazy.
years. So we've managed to do that. So the next step is development on the land.
That is amazing. That is just so
And what are the types
amazing.
of investments individuals in the Stokvel need to make to be participate?
We've got different people. Hey, we've got domestic workers in our Stokvel.
Really?
We've got unemployed women in our Stokvel. We've got professionals. We've got doctors. We've got members of parliament. We've got women in different areas of life. And we started the Stokvel in that way, that we don't want to make it difficult for other people to come in.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember, Hetty, when we started, we said 1,250 rand a month.
Yes.
Remember that
Yes.
campaign where we were saying 1,250 rand a month. Just put it away, put it in the Stokvel.
Yes.
And in 12 months, you've got your first share in the Stokvel. So that's why we positioned it to say we want to be inclusive. We want people to learn about financial inclusivity and financial management, how to build wealth, how to invest. So we started that journey of teaching our members. I remember back then, Hetty, we used to have conveyance attorneys. We used to have town planners come on board.
Yes.
So we're really, really determined to be a Stokvel that teaches and educates.
That's brilliant.
Now, would you find that because you get people from various backgrounds, different educational backgrounds as well, that, how would you keep people engaged enough in terms of, let's wait for the right opportunity, this doesn't make sense? Because sometimes they can be, as human beings, there can be quite a bit of bickering. And as more people get involved, the same thing of trying to keep people in track in terms of this is our focus. How do you guys handle that?
I think critical, you need to know what your vision is. First step, you need to know what your plan is. We need to tell people this is where we're going, so that when conflict starts, we all go back to that.
Yes,
To
you
say,
can go
why are we
back
doing
to
this,
base.
guys? Let's remember, we are not a Stokvel that is short term. We are a long-term investment community. The aim is to build wealth long term. And indeed, I won't say there isn't been conflict, Pops.
No, there's conflict. Human beings
Of
are
course there will
involved.
be.
Yes.
And there has been members who wanted to leave the Stokvel because they feel this has been too long. I've been waiting on it, but it hasn't been a lot of our members. I would say maybe 5% of our members, maybe, but the
Okay.
majority of the members have stuck into the Stokvel.
Yes.
And what we do communicate, right? We have meetings with our members.
Great.
Every quarter we have meetings. In the quarter we'll communicate, send out newsletters, send out various communications so people are aware of what is happening, what's going on.
Yes.
So we feedback a lot to our members, and we keep reiterating what is our vision, what is our mission.
That is absolutely brilliant. You know, one of the things that I love about it is that a property stokvel is able to bring people in that otherwise would have thought that they can't afford to invest in property,
Yeah.
or that it's for another income group and not for them. So I think what you've done is you've almost democratized being able to invest in property. One of the things that we are talking about in the month of August is the power of our network.
Yeah.
Being able to liaise and have the right people around you. What role does networking play in property investing?
Look, it's so interesting because when I decided on doing a Stokvel, I knew I can't do it alone.
Yeah.
I'm an accountant by profession. I am a property investor myself, but I knew that having to do something this big, I needed someone else, right?
Yes.
And I reached out to a friend, right? She is a property coach by profession. So I had to bring her in to say,
Yes.
I need your skill, right?
Yes.
So within the board of directors, we have her, we have a lawyer, we have IT specialists, we have sales marketing, we've got an accountant. So the power of the collective and bringing different minds and views is very important if you want to do something like this. And it takes me, Hetty, to again, as we prepare for August month, we also have an event in August. And as we're preparing, I've also realized it's not just about doing the event within Tswala, but it's also about reaching out as I look for people to collaborate with, to partner with.
Yes.
I've had to think of that, to say there's a power in networking because it's interesting. I tell a friend, I'm like, friend, this is what we're thinking we're doing. And then they're like, oh, that's interesting. And then the friend will find someone else and says, oh, you work in a media production. You know, I've got a friend who's doing this event. Can you come and can you see? So it's really been about going out there and speaking up about what you're doing.
Yes.
And not thinking that you can do all things all by yourself.
Yeah.
There is really power in networking and collaboration.
Yeah.
Now, I want to check because what I find is that there are many entrepreneurs, they'll go to like these different events and then they'll look to collect business cards and all of these type of things. But it's never really clear if it's going to make any sense in terms of the relationship.
Yeah.
The way that I'm listening to you, do you find that you would engage people with the idea that, okay, this is what we can do together in future, or just having a wider network for the sake of it, and then if it needs to go from a commercial level, then you can do that?
No. You have to be very intentional, I think, about getting in different partners in your business. I always look at different things. The first thing is our values aligned. So I don't look at how many business cards I collect or how many people I have on my phone, but our values are aligned. Do we think the same? Our morals are aligned. Are we looking at the same picture? Number two, can we create a solution together? Can we create value together? Sometimes you would look at Zwala and you're like, you're a small player in the game, right? But as a player in the game, yes, I might be small, but I could be bringing a solution for you that you need, right? So it's never about what I can get, but what we can co-create together.
Yes.
How do we bring an opportunity for each other to create value in some form or another? And I think that's been the stance as I'm looking for sponsors and partners in the event. I've had to say, okay, you might not be as big as this brand, but
Yes.
think about this brand. What are they about? What is it that they need that I have, right?
Yes.
And as I come to the conversation and discuss sponsorships, I'm like, but this is what I'm bringing as Dollar Property Stokvel. I believe you need it as your business, but I need you as well because I need a brand that's lucrative and that's already, that's set apart, that's already been
established
in
as
the
well,
game.
yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah. So that's
No,
how I always look at
absolutely.
it.
Collaboration, it's truly the way to go because there's that values exchange.
Exactly.
And, in that process, we're all able to benefit from it. So I definitely agree. Tell us a little bit more about this event that you are having.
Yeah, it's quite nerve-wracking because we've never done an event like this. So,
Okay.
it's going to be at Harties on the 29th of August. And we had to say, not many people know about us.
Yeah.
And we felt it's time we share our story.
That's
It's
good.
time we talk about Stokvels and the power of the collaborate.
Yes.
So we're doing, I call it an empowerment summit for women.
I love that.
And we're breaking it down into different pillars.
Okay.
And we're saying, let's talk wealth creation in your business, in your home, in your profession, wherever you are. How do we build wealth? Let's talk leading with purpose. If you're a leader in your business, at home, in your community, at church, how do you lead with integrity, with accountability, with transparency,
Yes.
with empathy?
Yes.
Right? And leading, wanting to transform lives. The third pillar, we talk about wellness.
Yep. Very important.
Prioritize wellness, prioritize physical wellness,
Yes.
prioritize mental wellness,
Yes,
prioritize
yes.
spiritual wellness.
Yes.
So we were talking that. And then the fourth one, we would love to bring forth what are the opportunities for women in South Africa.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get the ministries
Yes.
to come and tell us as women in South Africa, what are the opportunities in South Africa and abroad?
Yeah.
Because we're looking at having an event of businesswomen, entrepreneurs, Stokvel leaders, women empowerment, and just the bringing together of women in
Yes.
various spheres and collaboration and networking. And hoping through that event, entrepreneurs will meet other entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs will
Yes.
need partners. A person who's just in corporate and,
Yes.
a director or a manager will get a mentor.
Yes.
We'll start thinking different forms of income to say,
Yes.
shouldn't just have a salary. Perhaps I could think of having a property,
Yeah.
Just people being in the room and ideas flowing. And we're hoping the event, it's not going to be just on the 29th, but being something that carries forward
Yeah.
in the next year as we kick off certain things. We also want to look at social upliftment. How do we create something? You might not need to be able to raise 1 million, Hetty.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm sure you can be as an individual and say, every winter I'm going to buy 5 blankets.
Exactly.
And I'll
Yeah.
take it
Yeah.
to X person.
Yes.
So getting people to think about that and how to
Yes.
give back into the community.
I love that.
So
It's
I
the
am
little that we can do.
correct.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. We've got Stokvel as a partner.
Oh, nice. Look at
Lovely.
that.
Yes, we've got Touchdown Africa as one of our partners.
Cool.
Lovely.
And Audi West Rand as
Oh, wow,
as
look
our
at that.
partners as well.
That's
So
good.
That's very good. As you're talking, you take me back when we. How many people are you targeting to have at the event?
150 to 200 pups.
Lovely.
So I remember the first time when we did a bigger event. There's so many things. You don't know what you're doing, man. But you're running with different things, different objectives, reaching out to different people, and all I can say for you is the first time that you do it. That's the best part. It's the most exciting. It's the most
okay.
nerve-wracking.
Yo.
But it's the best part because you're challenging and elevating yourself to a newer version of yourself. And even as we've been talking, networking, you experiencing where you're having to go and knock on different doors.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not about knocking on the doors. It's going through the process of thinking, which doors can I knock on?
Yeah.
And then also being able to handle the doors that get knocked on, they open and then they close.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
And-
had a couple of those.
And that's it. How have you been experiencing that? Because I remember experiencing it and
Yeah.
thinking, really? I mean, guys,
Yeah.
really?
I've had to really think deep of what we're creating as Dwala. I've had to go back and say, what do we bring on the table? As I knock on the different doors, what am I bringing to your table that you'll bring to my table? And it's really been education for me. It's been a deep learning curve. I've had to do proposals. I've never
Yes.
done that,
Yes.
right? I've had to think through
Yeah.
proposals. I've had to say, okay, this proposal is not the same. The Audi proposal is not the same
Yes.
like a
Yeah.
Planet Fitness
Yes, yes.
Yes.
proposal. What
Yeah.
is it that I want to achieve? Thinking of the different pillars of this theme. Where do I fit this person? Where do I fit this organization? I've had to send LinkedIn messages when
Oh,
I
yes.
was never
Sure.
responded to.
Stepping out of your comfort
comfort
zone.
I've had to call people, remind people, where are we? So I think I've learned a lot in the past month, and I think I've realized the strength that lies in me, and
Yes.
the depth of wanting the Stokvel to really create something bigger than myself. So it's been an interesting journey in the past month.
And I think because I'm in your background in corporate, I mean, I remember as well in corporate times, there's certain things that we're not really educated in, like the how to handle volumes of rejection, and how to just really just step out and reach out to different organizations and say, hey, this is I'd like you to come on board.
Yeah,
Obviously, for me, I want you to come on board so I can get the money.
Yeah.
Guys, we need money for this thing.
Hey, because these things are expensive. Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, to go to somebody and say you need money, who cares? You know. So then you have to take that step back as you're talking and saying, how do I position this actually? Now you need to sit and think.
Position
How do I
it for
position?
value.
Why would it make sense to them?
Yeah.
Why would they want to give me money?
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's that entrepreneurial aspect
Yeah.
where too many times, when we're in different entrepreneurial conversations, people are like, I need this, and then you realize I was there. Nobody cares what you need. Talk to me about what you can do for me.
Yes.
And that's the part where you actually need to take time to really think,
Correct.
how will this actually benefit them?
Correct.
And that's the challenging part is taking those steps to really
Yeah.
formulate before you even put proposals together, is to really think,
yeah.
how will this actually benefit them?
Yeah. Listen, if you want to test your resilience, host an event.
Yo, it
'Cause,
has tested me.
Yeah, it tests so many different aspects, and you're forced to really step out of your comfort zone. And maybe I think that'll bring me to one of our closing questions, which is, how has building a property stokvel tested and grown you as an entrepreneur?
Sure. Resilience. Being solitude and
Yes.
just knowing and knowing and knowing and knowing that what you knew it is. I mean, there's been a lot of conflict. There's been a lot of people not believing that this is exactly what you say you are doing. Being transparent, leading in with governance,
Yes.
leading with structures, leading with responsibility, knowing that you are not doing this for yourself, but there is 99 families
Yes.
that you're doing this for. Many times I've wanted to quit. I don't want to lie.
Yeah, of course.
Many times I was like, I can't do this anymore. But you're like, how? You're the one who started it. So what are you doing?
Yeah.
So it's really taught me resilience. It's really taught me to think beyond myself. To think of all those women I want to empower.
Yes.
To think of what the future really could be as an entrepreneur. It's really an interesting 5 years as a chairperson of the Stokvel, but I think we've come a long way.
That's brilliant.
I believe we are still gonna go very strong.
Sean, I guess, I mean, to put it in this way as well, if you had to go back even to your younger self and now in terms of the things that you have learned from a networking, money perspective, what type of things would you want to impart onto your younger self?
It's not about the contacts on my phone. It's not about the many friends I have. It's about building your brand, being a woman of her word.
Yes.
Building relationships where you co-create and you create value.
Okay.
I mean, I met a friend, I haven't seen him in maybe 5 years, but he recalled that you, Kabelo, you changed my life a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow, look at that.
And he's very instrumental in how the event now is going and how
Sure.
he's opening doors for me.
Oh, wow, look at that.
So my younger self is, don't be pressurized by the fact that you don't have 10 friends. You can have 4 friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you live your brand and you continue in that character, you will get ahead in life. So that's what I'll tell my younger self.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Papa, what are your aha moments that you've gotten from today's conversation?
It's two things, and I'm not 100% sure that you're actually aware of it, which really it's elevating for me. I've always understood that the two most important lessons for any entrepreneur to be able to learn and to grow within themselves. The first lesson is the first skill is how to be able to sell. It's the single most important ability that one needs to be able to acquire as an entrepreneur. And when you get to that level, like the sky is not even the limit. But then the second one, which most of us really struggle with and we never also get to, is how to raise money,
Sure.
how to raise capital.
Yeah.
Most entrepreneurs never get there because it's a scary thing, because now you're asking people for money, and it's a skill. Actually, and when I'm listening to your story, I'm thinking, I don't think that she actually realizes she's got the two most important skills, because they started off with something, it was an idea, and some time afterwards, 3.5 million. Hey, 3.5 million gave money to an idea that
Yes.
you worked on. That doesn't happen
Yes.
to most people. So really well done.
Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks,
As I'm
Papa.
listening to this, and I know
Papa.
you guys are obviously going to go much further, and but don't take that for granted.
Thank you, Papa. Thank you. Thank
I
you so
love
much.
that.
Thank you so much.
Kabelo, if somebody is listening to this and they would like to find out more about the event, or they'd like to even explore investing and coming on board with Tswala, how do they get in contact?
So we are on TikTok, we are on Facebook. Just search Zola Property Stokvel. Or you can reach out on 074 411 0463. That is our WhatsApp group.
Lovely.
Yeah, so just hit us on TikTok.
Nice.
Look for us. We are there and we will communicate.
I
Very
love
good.
it. I love it. I think for me, it's been particularly inspiring, particularly in the month of August. I am always looking for inspiration of things that women are doing out there, and to know that we can gather together and put our money where our mouth is. We can collectively invest in a tangible asset and really investing not only for ourselves, but our future. You know, our children can inherit this. So that for me is something that's truly special. It reminds me and shows me that when women come together, really great things can happen.
course.
Yeah, yeah. So well done on everything
Yeah, very good.
that you've accomplished. All right, monetizers, that brings us to the end of today's conversation. I hope that you are really inspired. We've started Women's Month off on a huge bang. Please do let us know any of your aha moments within the comment section. And don't forget to plug into all of our social media networks. It is at Monetize Your Business. We will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.